Hey BOSU fans, we have a 30-minute mobility sequence. So go ahead and grab your balance trainer, flip it onto its belly, and join Catherine, Yvonne, and myself for this easy, breezy hip mobility sequence. All right, go ahead and scoot yourself slightly forward so that the BOSU ball is tilting forward towards us. And what I want you to do first is I just want you to bring your feet wide into almost a squat position, and you're gonna abduct the thighs, which means take away your knees, externally rotate, but keep your feet firmly planted. So what this allows us to do is it allows us to gain some more extension through our spine because we're elevated off the ground, and we're gonna utilize the BOSU ball to actually take our pelvis through all ranges of motion. So if you're like Yvonne here who has two super tight hips, you're actually gonna scoot more back on your BOSU ball. But if you're like Catherine and I, we're mobile, you'll be slightly forward. Okay, with all that being said, sit up nice and tall, and in 4, 3, 2, starting on the right side, I want you to tilt that right hip down, center. Left hip down, center. Right, center, left, center. I'm focusing. That's what's going on in my brain right now. So what I want you to do too is try to make sure that your head doesn't move, right? So you're not, unless you want to, unless that feels good, I want you to actually isolate your hips. Yes, you can speed it up if you want, whatever feels good. 4, 3, 2, last one, find your center. This time, go ahead and tilt your right hip down. And then what I want you to do is I want you to flex in your low body. So activate your core and then roll it to the other side. So it looks like a half circle. And then I want you to roll it forward. So you're going counterclockwise, or if this is your right side, this actually be clockwise, you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever direction. You might feel your BOSU ball moving. Maybe you're turning slightly to the right or the left. That's okay. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Stay here for 4, 3. This feels so good. 2, and 1. Pause, make any adjustments that you need, and switch to the other side. So go ahead and tilt that left down in space. Flex in the low body and shift your weight to the back. Then go ahead and sit to the other side, then bring it to the front and roll it out. How's this feel, Catherine? It does feel good. Your butt might feel kind of bony on the BOSU ball, and if that is the case, you can always put a towel on the BOSU, whatever works for you. So we're going and taking our pelvis through a full range of motion. Loosen up those hips for 4, 3, how we doing, Yvonne? Fantastic. 2, last 1. Land at your center, make the adjustments that you need, and then go ahead and again, scoot yourself slightly forward. Feet together this time. They can actually be further apart if you have tight hips. Feet together, and what I want you to do is go ahead and grab your knees, shimmy it out, take a breath, big inhale. Exhale, fold forward, stretch. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. Hands up onto the knees and start to shift right to left. Now this time you can kind of tilt away and you can kind of work into your head here too. Looks kind of silly. That's okay. In 3, 2, last 1. Feet are gonna come up, and I want you to go ahead and take your toes out, come into a little squat, then rise it all the way up. Then bring it behind your BOSU ball, however you see fit. Feet are nice and wide, fold forward, and pulse it down with the chest. Stretch out those hamstrings. Nice job. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right palm to the center of your BOSU ball, then reach that left arm up in space and twist. Nice. You guys are doing great. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then go ahead and switch it out. Left palm down, right arm is gonna reach, twist. Whew. So I love to use my balance trainer to elevate the ground because sometimes it's hard to reach all the way down. So this is just a really good opportunity to use the BOSU to bring the floor closer to you. Go ahead and drop that right arm down, and now go ahead and shimmy the BOSU over to your left foot. Turn the left toe out at a 45-degree angle, and then take a moment to slowly sink into that leg. Your right toe is going to reach up in space. Go ahead and shimmy that BOSU slightly forward. Take a moment and breathe. Yes. Now I want you to reach for that BOSU ball, and then take a big breath in through your nose, then out through the mouth, then in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then very slowly start to roll that BOSU, getting into those shoulders, staying nice and low. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here, lift up in the hips, and sink it down. There you go, lift up, sink it down. You can bring your palms up, lift, sink, lift, sink, and hold, breathe. Nice job. Go ahead and take your palm to the BOSU again, elevating the floor, and open up that right arm, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, taking that right palm to the trainer, go ahead and turn and find a low lunge position. Right palm down at the center, left foot on the ground, reach up and twist to low lunge. Whew. All right, so go ahead and take that top hand, drop it down to meet the right, and then go ahead and drop down to your forearms. Just hanging out here and breathing. So what you're gonna do is I want you to shift the weight in your hips forward and back. So from the ground and then up to the ceiling, working into that right hip flexor and the left hip flexor. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you can shift the weight right to left in the forearms. You can spiral it out, whatever feels good. You can come to the outer edge of that left foot and open it up however much you'd like. Finding stillness wherever you are, go ahead and plant that left foot down. Then go ahead and take your palms to the BOSU ball. Then step the right foot up to meet the left so that you're in this pseudo squat over the ball. Then stretch it out once again. Bend at the knees and roll through the spine. Rise it all the way up. How do we feel with that, you guys? Great. Now go ahead and step it behind your trainer and then transfer the weight as slowly as possible. So hip hinge down, back to BOSU balance side, the belly side. Excuse me, the belly side is the opposite side. Go ahead and take those feet way behind the trainer. So you're almost in this pseudo downward facing dog. Palms on the BOSU, chest shines towards the quads, heels as close to the ground as they'll go, but you can bend at the knees if you need. Take a few breaths and breathe. Nice job. Start to walk out the feet and stretch out the hammies, left, right. Nice job. Pausing right here, go ahead and step that left foot to the center of wherever you are, then rise the right toe up to the sky. Nice, square off the hips, big inhale, then exhale, slowly bring that right leg in. Then up, in, up. 4, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold that right leg all the way up, then send the right leg all the way through for a pseudo pigeon pose. Make any adjustments that you need. So if you need some extra support under your hip, you're gonna scoot yourself forward. So taking that BOSU ball underneath the right hip. Left leg is straight and behind you. Take a big inhale, reach it all the way up. Exhale, fold any amount over the right leg and stretch. Whew. Nice job. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, 1. How low can you go? Can you dig any deeper? Or can you actually take the shin and make it more parallel to the top of wherever you are and stretch? Woo. Working into that glute medius. Either staying where you are, or if you have the mobility, I want you to go ahead and reach those arms up ahead, and then take your left foot, flex it towards your butt, then go ahead and take your left palm, reach for the ankle, and if you can, take your right palm, reach for that left ankle and stretch it out. Woo. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Slowly release that back foot. Put the palms on the trainer, stepping that right leg, or excuse me, that left leg back in space. Then reach that right toe up. Then hook that right ankle on top of the left. Shimmy the feet forward and hold. Stretch. In 3, 2, 1. Add a little pulse with the chest. You got it. Getting into those hamstrings. 3, 2, last one. Nice job, you guys. Dive and fold. Whew. Then very slowly unwind that right foot to meet the left. Bend at those knees and roll through the spine. Rise it up. How'd we do, you guys? Whew. Feel nice and juicy. Take a moment. Step your feet onto the BOSU ball. And what I want you to do now is I want you to actually turn to the side. And that's just because if you have a mirror, it's gonna help you see this. Step your toes onto the trainer and your heels off. So it looks like this. And then any amount, you can bend at your knees if you need to. Try and hip hinge down. So what you're doing is you're shifting your hips back and then you're reaching forward like one of those little, do you remember those little bird things that used to dip their head down? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, that, exactly. Bring it all the way down and pulse into those hammies. So Yvonne here is not as hypermobile as Catherine and myself, and that's totally fine. So he's modifying by bending at his knees, and that's exactly what we want. So bend at your knees if you want, and pulse. 3, 2, last one, hold, and breathe. Nice job. Staying here, final step for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend at your knees, roll through the spine and rise it up. Yes. Whew. This feels so good. The BOSU ball is such a useful tool when you need to elevate the ground. And I know I've said that, I think probably twice now, but it really is. And this is what, you can use the BOSU ball to actually work on your core as you're mobilizing your body. Because if you use like a yoga block, the yoga block is solid. So you have nothing to like give you feedback. Whereas the BOSU ball gives you some feedback. So I like it for that. So again, hip hinge down, almost as if you were doing a deadlift. Shift those hips back, bring it all the way down, bend at the knees if you need. Go ahead and reach for the handles of the BOSU and bring it back. Nice job. And then go ahead and turn that right toe out this time. Shimmy the BOSU over to that right foot and sink it all the way down into that groin stretch. Left toe is gonna reach up to the sky and hang out here. Whew. So abduction, go ahead and externally rotate that right knee and then reach those arms forward. Maybe come to the forearms and stretch. Whew. Nice job. Stay here. 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna reach my BOSU a little bit further to get more of a stretch in my arms. And when you want, if you want, you can choose to start to roll the BOSU around. Right or left, clockwise, counterclockwise. Just making sure that you hit the other side. And in 3, 2, last one, dive. And even if you can, or if you feel like you've got it, you can shift your hips back a little bit more to use the resistance of your trainer to get more of a stretch through the upper back. slowly roll it forward. When you're ready, shimmy that trainer a little bit closer to you. Then utilize the trainer to, again, elevate the ground, right palm down. Left arm is gonna reach and take the twist. You guys are doing great. Whew. Left palm is going to come down. And what I want you to do is you can press slightly, but utilize your glute muscles here and lift up, then stretch it down. Whew. Lift up, stretch it down. Lift up, stretch it down. 3 more. 1. Nice job. 2. Yes, 1 more. You've got this. 3. Bring it down and hold here. And in 3, 2, you turn, you twist. Left palm down. Right arm is gonna reach up. Stretch it out. So you're in a low lunge. Stacking that right arm over your left. And you can choose to rotate the BOSU if you want underneath your palm. It's up to you. And then when you're ready, right palm is gonna come down. Take it to those forearms. You can drop that back knee if you need. And then take a moment. You can shimmy into the BOSU ball. What I like to do is I like to roll to the outer edge of my right foot here. And then I like to kind of shift my hips towards the ceiling and then away from the floor. Whew, whatever works. It's your practice. You can do what you want. How's this feel, Yvonne?
Tight.
He's tight over there. If that's how you're feeling, that's why you're here. Totally fine to be that way. Whew. We're all working on it. Stay here for 4, 3, final 2. Up to your palms. Then go ahead and step that left foot up to meet the right and forward, bend and fold. So your hips are up and your chest is down, then bend at the knees and roll vertebrae by vertebrae up. Whew, how we do with that? Woo. Catherine's in her own world. It's okay. She's getting lost in the music. It's not relaxing, she says. Okay, so just because I like smooth transitions and I don't want us to all just get to the ground, what I want you to do is very slowly have the BOSU in front of you and sink it down. Down. Nice job, Yvonne, like the robot. Down. Coming off of your heels. Down. 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 Sink any deeper. Then scoot your booty onto the ground. Nice job. Just because I'm like, why not? We use it as an opportunity to challenge yourself, you know. All right, why the heck not? So you're gonna have yourself fairly close to your trainer, and then you're gonna reach your arms forward, flex in the low body, so you're gonna kind of come into this, I call it like a hunchback position. Yvonne's already down, and then C roll down, nice and slow, pulling the core in. Bring yourself to your back. Whew. Scoot yourself as close as you need. And then what I want you to do is simply take your left foot onto the trainer, then your right. And just like we did at the beginning, utilize the BOSU ball to give you some leverage as you shift the weight from right to left. Mobilizing that pelvis. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause here and breathe. Nice job. Just chilling out. Then very, very slowly release that right leg, release the left leg. So feet are gonna come flat onto the BOSU ball. Take a big inhale through your nose. A big exhale out the mouth. Then start to bring those feet counterclockwise and rotate it out. Oh, I love this song. Nice job. Staying here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch other side. clockwise when you're ready. You might feel the BOSU ball moving around you, underneath you. That's totally fine. Nice job. 3, 2, last one. Pause here. We've done this a couple of times in previous workouts, but this is a great way to get us into this super nice stretch. So what I want you to do is glute bridge all the way up, then slowly bring it all the way down. Nice job. Glute bridge up, then slowly bring it down, then bring it up and hold. Woo! Try to get stable in that BOSU ball. And what I want you guys to do next is take your right foot, so our left, your right, to the center of the ball. Reach that left toe up in space. It's super hard. Then hook that left ankle on top of the right and sink your hips down. Yes. And you can start to mess with tilting your hip down and up and working into your hip joint. I like to imagine this like I'm oiling up my hip joint here. I'm literally like taking the joint and just greasing it up. Nice job. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that left leg down to meet the right. Whew. Then elevate the hips back to that glute bridge. Other side, when you're ready, scoot that left foot into the center of your BOSU. Find the balance. I know it's hard. 3, 2, 1. Rise that right toe up. Hold. Whew. Then right ankle hooks to the outer edge of the left knee. And then sink it down. And then work into that hip joint. How's that feel, you guys? He's relaxed.
We're very relaxed back here.
Catherine and Yvonne are relaxed. Usually they're my hype women and men, but they're not woman and man. But they're not super hype this one, and that's cool because it's a cool, chill vibe playlist. It's a real cool time. Stay here, oiling up that hip joint. 4, 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and release that right leg to meet the left. Then go ahead and bring those feet wide. Then what I want you to do is tuck your chin to your chest very slowly. Ooh, I gotta scoot back. Roll all the way up. Bring your feet nice and wide. And then stretch and relax. Woo! So Yvonne here has very, very tight hips. So if I were Yvonne, I would use a block to elevate my seat. But right now, he's just gonna chill where he is. We're looking for a block. We're like, where what is one? So if you have tight hip flexors like Yvonne, take a book, some blocks, whatever suits you, and put it underneath your seat, just like he's modifying here to do. Perfect. Stretch here. Breathe for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very slowly pull those feet in, bend at those knees, and then go ahead and face me. And like I said, I like to make everything like a nice transition. So we're gonna come to a tabletop position first. Tabletop the spine. And just because we're here, we're gonna do a few cat-cows. So inhale, extend through the upper and the lower body. Then exhale, flex, tuck, round, and curl. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Then inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop position. Scoot yourself back, walk yourself back slightly. Then go ahead and bring your BOSU in front of you. Flip it back. Nice job. Palms back on the BOSU and getting back into that pseudo downward facing dog when you're ready with grace and ease. Go ahead and take that right foot to the center. Lift up that left leg. Left toe lifts. Stay here. 4, 3, 2. Left knee comes in. In. Nice. Then up. You've got it. In, up, last one in, then up, Then send that left leg all the way through, finding that pseudo pigeon pose. Scoot yourself, make any adjustments that you need. Square off your hips, take a big inhale, reach those arms, then exhale, dive and fold over the leg. And breathe. I know I say that all the time, and breathe, but I truly mean it here. You want to just breathe, try to escape your thoughts, escape the world, and focus on your breath. Can you get any more out of your shin? Can you make it more parallel to the top of wherever you are? And then on your next exhale, can you bring it all the way down and fold? Nice job. If you have the flexibility, slowly walk it up. Then I want you to go ahead and kick that right heel towards your glute. Take the right arm, reach for the ankle. Take the left arm, reach for the ankle. Trying to find my balance here. Even your shoulders out, even out your hips. Stretch out the quad. 4, 4, 3, final 2. Last one, slowly release that foot, put the palms back on the BOSU ball, then reach that left toe up in space. 3-legged downward facing dog, then hook that left ankle behind the right, shimmy those feet up, step them up, and find a little pulse, whatever pace you want to go. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, dive and fold as deep as you can go. Nice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot is going to come down to meet the right. Bend at those knees, roll through the spine, rise it up. Ha! And then go ahead and wrap your left arm around your right shoulder. Wrap your left arm around your right shoulder. Shimmy yourself, give yourself a nice little hug. You can sway it out, then switch arms. High five your neighbors. Because you did it. Thank you so much for joining Yvonne, Catherine, and myself in this mobility workout with your BOSU ball. Did you know you could do all those things? Because you can, and it's awesome. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much.